Okay, thank you. Good.
It's prepare on the live stream. 1 minute, please. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh,
I believe so, yes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first meeting of the Child Care Subcommittee. Happy to have you all here at this time. I just wanted to take an opportunity to kind of go over what I'm hoping to get out of this committee and want to get your thoughts and feedback as well before we hop into HB 430. Um, what I've been hearing from a lot of stakeholders is that they really appreciate this subcommittee focusing on the industry of the childcare in Maryland, and making sure that we're focusing on what tools that are being used to gain access to childcare. And so, as you probably have guessed, the childcare scholarship is going to be one major topic this session, but also focusing on helping the providers making their jobs easier as well. There might be bills that we will be either second or first along with appropriations, because that's the nature of the child care legislation that we have. But I really want to make sure that everyone's input is being heard, your expertise is being offered, and you're asking questions, just so we can get it right for our families. So, any questions or thoughts before we jump into HB 430? No? Okay, great, great. All right, well, HB 430 is Delegate Ken Kerr's bill. There are amendments to it. And Alistair, would you do us a favor and explain the amendments for the committee?
absolutely, Madam Chair. Thank you very much. So the bill is a bill that says if a family child care provider is in the military reserves and they're called up to active military reserve duty, that they can designate a substitute child care provider who will work for not more than 45 days in a 12-month period. And so this is mostly in alignment with existing regulations for child care providers who are required to have a substitute on hand. However, under existing regulations, there's a limit on 20 days within a 12-month period. So what the amendment does is it clarifies that this bill does not limit the department's authority otherwise to set requirements for those substitute childcare providers, because in addition to the 20-day requirement, there are requirements about having background checks, having first aid training, and other experiential and educational requirements for those providers. So it's just a clarifying amendment that this is only touching the limit on the days.
Great, great. Is there any discussion on the amendments? Okay, so, Delegate Miller, and Delegate Pлагovich Carr after Delegate Miller. Sorry, where I am, it's hard to see, hence the hand out there. So Delegate Miller.
You're all good. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you for the amendments, Alistair. Because that was definitely one of my questions. And do they have the ability, if they designate the substitute ahead of time, do they have the ability to already go through like the background check and things like that, and all the requirements so that they're ready to step in right away?
Yes, so the substitutes right now have to have completed the background check already in order to qualify as substitutes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And Delegate Pлагovich Carr.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let me preface my comments by, I think I'm getting internet instability also. Let me preface my comments by saying I actually really like this bill and I'm fully supportive of it. I guess my question is about the 45-day period, because I don't think we heard testimony and I didn't see it in the written testimony about, does that actually fully meet the needs of a provider who might be deployed? And so that was just like the one piece where I wanted to make sure we actually are, doing what we say that we're trying to do, and giving them enough flexibility so that should they be deployed, it's not an issue in terms of their childcare business.
Alistair, you're on mute still.
Sorry, furiously looking up the testimony. So we received testimony only from the Maryland Military Coalition, who was supportive of the bill, but said that they wanted a clarifying amendment that's similar to what we adopted to make sure that those providers still had to be safe. I don't think they talk about the 20 working days as not being sufficient, but and they don't address whether 45 days is, but I think that they've taken a fairly careful look at the bill, given the thoroughness of their testimony. So I would assume that it is, but it's a good point, and we can definitely reach out to them to see.
Yeah, and I'll just say, Madam Chair, I don't want to hold the bill up. I mean, I think this is a good step forward, but maybe it's just something we'll have to be mindful of. And I don't know if there'll be, an opportunity to get some more information. Maybe if I don't know if there's a Senate crossfile, but when it comes over, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Delegate Feldmark.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, I just wanted to add a request that we do follow up on that and try to get specific clarification, because I think I mean, just speaking for myself, I support the bill and definitely support its intent. And I want to make sure we don't, go to the trouble of trying to do the right thing and miss the mark by just limiting it a little bit too much.
Okay. Delegate Addison.
I would like to move the amendment.
I'll second.
Okay. Okay. All those in favor of moving the amendments, please say aye. Make sure you're on camera or raise your hand.
Aye.
Okay. All right. All those opposed? That's not me. It's just a lag. Oh boy. Okay. All right. No opposition. Okay. The amendment is moved. Is there a motion to move HB 430 as amended?
Move favorable.
Okay. Second. Okay. First and seconded. All those in favor of moving HB 430 as amended, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous. And there's no opposition. Again, it's a lag. It's not me. Okay. With that, HB 430 has been moved out of committee as amended, and we'll definitely make sure that we follow with the stakeholders to make sure that we're indeed doing the right thing. And if we're not, we can always go back to the drawing board. But nevertheless, I think that's it for today. And thank you guys so much for your time.